Everything you're about to see is real.
Nope. Oh, it's scary. It's scary, but I can't look away.
I'm so entertained.
Hello, welcome back to your story worth telling, our story worth telling, a story worth telling. We should actually call it every time when we do an interview with the vampire, we should go, welcome to an interview worth telling.
That's really bad.
But we did enjoy the first episode. It was a bit much, not gonna lie.
I need a little refresher. So they
found crazy voodoo lady who was all like, I'm the only one in the man here. Look at my child. He's lovely, isn't he? And the child was like, ah! And they were like, ah! And then,
Oh, wonderful
Wait,
t-shirt.
I've got to remember if I actually was wearing that. Because if I wasn't wearing that, I should wear that now. I wasn't wearing it!
Right, well, you got to put it on.
Girls and boys.
You got to do something.
How did I not do that?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, and they thems, he's getting changed behind the camera.
Oh, lo sexy, sexy.
No, stop it. No, stop it.
Stop
Stop
it.
it.
Stop it. My eyes!
Yeah.
So it's basically a nice... It actually gives me Rocky Horror vibes.
It is a bit Rocky Horror.
Yeah, and I put like some dripping blood down like the
Oh, I
side of
love it.
things.
I really love it.
Really like this one. Obviously, again, inspired by Interview with the Vampire because we love it so much and it's a story worth telling. So yeah, this is available on our merch website. All links down below. Go check it out. We're currently
Or if
doing...
you're on Patreon, I think you probably know where the link is.
Yeah, and if you're subscribed to our Also fans, we're currently doing like 20% off. Check out all of our other content. We've even got season 1, as you know. So, yes.
It's true. In a playlist.
Fabulous. Do you know what it means to be loved by death? Yes, it's called a hangover.
Do you know what it means to be loved by death?
By death.
For what Paris means to me now is very different from what it meant to me then.
May I try?
Please.
Paris was an awakening.
I am so ready, just quickly, for the change in narrator. Because I think Armand
It's got a sexy voice.
has got a sexy voice.
It's got a sexy voice.
For Louis, Paris was a hunger.
Paris was many things in those days. And undernourishment. You want Franks and pockets? These people are broke.
Maybe we chose the wrong town.
Says Paris is on her way back. Give her a little time is all.
It's a bit like the question of, like, what do you do when you retire, you know? What do you do if you've got time forever?
I probably would get on the back of a big Pegasus and just sit there all day.
Yeah. Why not?
Yoo-hoo! Big summer blowout!
It's custom and practice for traveling vampires to make themselves known to a local coven.
Gosh.
We didn't get that memo.
Did she just say gauche?
Gosh.
Are you two going to finish each other's sentences
Yeah,
for the whole
Jesus.
session? We've been
kinda
together
here for it, though.
77 years, Daniel.
Tag team.
47 more than he did with Lestat.
That was competitive, though.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like,
40 more than a stab.
yeah. It's like,
Yes, I know, honey. I've been for that extra 40 with you.
okay.
Armand clearly knows all of the history about Lestat, right?
Well, maybe he doesn't.
Well, he must. No, he does, because he's been sat through this entire time of Louis retelling it, right? So, he knows the history. Does he really feel like there's a competition of trying to be the better...
Got a vampire boyfriend?
It's kind of like that thing where it's like, you're with a partner, yes, they had an ex. Do you have to be jealous? Because they're with you now, not the ex. Like...
Yeah, but he does seem a little bit insecure. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. I mean, for the first whole season, he hid himself, so of course he's insecure.
Yeah, well, that's kind of fun. I would do that as well.
The Parisian vampire is a prideful monster.
They lived 2 kilometers from our theatre in Pigalle.
I had endured hundreds.
I see. So they were the local vamps.
And they could clearly tell that they were not
Yeah, they
doing
were not doing the
things.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, you know,
It's a bit rude.
it's a bit rude. Don't come to my house and shit on the sofa. Clean up after yourself.
Wow. What a metaphor.
I don't come to your job knocking out your mouth.
American vampires appeared to be as dull and plain as their tourists and soldiers were.
Just don't
Rude.
stand them.
I took up photography.
Vampires with hobbies.
Snack.
Insanity.
Killing time when you weren't killing Parisians.
See, I like this for Louis. Everyone should have a hobby.
Passionate about something. Yeah, it's good.
When you have the ability to stretch a millisecond into an hour, it's a reduction. I hadn't come to that conclusion yet. I liked taking photographs.
This furthers the point in this first season where Louis goes into this idea that, like, he's not like most vampires, and he's very aware of that himself. Like, in the first season, he had the whole things where he was like, I just wasn't like people. It wasn't like other vampires kind of were acting. Like, there are things I just don't enjoy. He's the veggie vampire. He's the vampire that has a conscience. He's, you know, and I will always say that, like, I think this is one of, like, the biggest points that kind of brings in this queerness to this story, is that it's not just the fact that, obviously, yes, he's dating another man, but there's this uniqueness, there's this otherness to this someone who's like, I don't understand my identity and it doesn't fit in, and, like, there's something, I'm exploring it, there's something there, and everyone kind of going...
He's also true to it.
He's othering, yeah. Yeah, he is very true to it, and I think...
He doesn't get tainted or swayed into...
But I think, aren't we all as queer people when we're, like, finally, like, you know what, this is who I am, and I may be different, but
I'm going to own it.
And I'm beautiful, you know, different is beautiful, and, like...
What are you looking for when you take a picture?
I don't know. Surprise, baby.
I would love to be able to communicate telepathically with people. It'd be so fun.
You wouldn't, because I'm thinking naughty stuff most of the time.
Disgusting! Who are you, Louis?
I'm your brother. I walk the night capturing disappointment and regret as only the reticent vampire can.
I think he's happy.
I think he's happy too.
If there was no me,
Oh, she's planting seeds.
who would you be?
I think.
I think she wants him to be happy, though. That's why she's asking him.
There.
A page in the item being examined.
Got photos now.
Photos are the record of time passing. Outward evidence.
They do not lie, but neither do they tell you a thorough story.
Who are the young men? Vampires?
Those were our young friends. Humans.
You could tell from his walk he was an American.
I'm an American. What exactly is an American walk?
I find this quite sweet.
You're about to eat some people.
No, he's not. I don't think... I could be wrong, but I don't think he's talking about that. Because they were talking... I mean, yes, Armand was like, I drain them. Louis was different, though, and he said they're our friends. He's talking about, like...
Petit culs.
Queer moments with other men, and that's... It's quite... And also, there's something quite sad about the whole, like, some of them are dead. And in my head, I quickly had this kind of, like... slight parallel to, like, the AIDS crisis. Yeah, and, like, the whole... Some of our friends are dead now. Like, I don't know, it just kind of struck a nerve.
That was an armored thing that spring. Someone steady on his feet, but...
This is basically a cruising area.
But also, they're in a different time.
Well, we're better to explore who you are to find the right kind of love than in a public park.
Yeah, girl, I mean...
I feel like Daniel is me. I'm like, come on.
I knew the park well myself.
So he went
What a
to
romantic
meet him
place to
there.
He looked like a boy masquerading.
How they first met.
But I sensed his ancient power right away.
He was awkward. He was alarmingly handsome in the muted lamplight.
Was a bit
I thought he was going
intimidating.
to kill me.
They're both literally in that moment.
They are.
That's so
This is
cute.
beautiful.
What were the first words of the ancient vampire to the future love of his life?
I will not... Please.
No. Please.
I'm welling up.
This is super cute.
He said, I will not harm you.
Oh, it was love at first sight.
And I never have.
They're very happy to just fully display their affection for one another in front of like a stranger. It's very,
Well, they've lived a long life.
and maybe they haven't been able to reveal that part of themselves.
They haven't. And also, they're still in a time where, like, you know, they're doing this now at the time when they can't display it in a public park at night. And now they've lived this entire life together where you can do that. And so there is pride in being able to say, you know, not a lot of couples. There's
Last
few,
47 years.
no, but no, there's few couples nowadays that have been able to live for, I mean, it's at least 50 years, right? So if you've made it from like the point in which like the 40s and 50s when you were persecuted for it, you've passed legalization in the late 60s, you've lived all that life of like, yes, it's legal, but you still got it, and you've just got to a point now where like most of the modern world has like come around to this acceptance, it's all right, and you've lived through all of that as a couple. Not only is it like, fuck yeah, well done, but you've had so much experience of like, you know what it means to hide, and you also know what it means to stand proud now through it. And it's like,
You're not going back.
and you're not going back, but you've got a history. You know, it's those couples that we go, and you've probably seen so many people along that journey not make it as far as you have, and like, that's something that we all should just be like, fuck yeah, like, and obviously they're vampires, so we give them, you know, the story. But there are people who have that. You know, you hear those stories. There's couples that are together today. There was this beautiful couple on Instagram the other day, and it was this old lesbian couple, and they were talking about how, like, you know, they had been through this journey, and it was only like a couple years ago that they came out to their children that they were a couple, and obviously their children were like, we know, like, you know, but like, there's so much it's a rarity, but there's so much history of like just respecting the authenticity of how your character as people develops, and then you can at that point in time be now like, yeah, this is who we are and this is who we're proud to be. Now, I have to admit, a lot of people have gone, Armand's crazy. So,
Have they?
yeah, they've gone, he's worse than
no.
the stats. So I'm a little bit like taking it with a pinch of salt.
You are most welcome. Five months removed from their velvet-heeled arrival, the Americans were finally coming to Big Al.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs,
You are tonight's meal.
Nom nom nom. No, fuck this. Do you know about
Oh, this is quite fun.
I think they call it the Grand Guignol, which is like, I've got a book actually on it, or I had a book on it. Oh yeah, there it is, the Grand Guignol. And it's basically like, this was popular in Paris around like
What, horror theatre?
horror theatre of like fear, and it was really like disturbing. So if you're a vampire coven and you into that shit, obviously it's a match made in heaven.
Me like you.
I would be out of the door in a second.
Welcome to the displacement of reason. What you're about to see is for you an outraged.
The rope slip. He's really flying.
Instead of mere human drama,
But,
everything you're about to see is real. You are all complicit. I love you for it. And I welcome you.
Nope. Oh, it's scary. He's scary. But I can't look away.
I'm so entertained.
The only play that mattered was the last.
So they
Do we
make
need-
people
do we need a-
believe.
Do we need a warning?
Yeah, trigger warning, because I think this is a trigger warning. They make you believe by overplaying the fact that they are vampires, even though they are vampires, to be able to do this bit. I almost wish I didn't know. Actually, no, I'm glad I know what's about to happen.
De vampiers gaan ons allemaal vermoorden.
This is dark.
I was taken from my hotel room last night. These
Oh, this is so dark.
I want you to remember this. The next time you're in the pew. Unconscious death is the fate of all mortals. Do you know what it means?
Claudia is transfixed.
I mean, I am too, but this is so.
Well, they're the only one. Oh!
I'm feeling a little bit disgusted.
All that for a bit of dinner.
I bet it was good.
Nah, I'm sorry. The fact that, like, you just wouldn't know and you would be complicit. That's so dark, man. But also, a brilliant twist.
But it's like, this whole thing is just theatrics. The whole, like, all of the vampires we've met, who are, like, older ones, are campus tits.
Yeah, it does throw into an extra level of like, this meta theatrical, you know, the whole story is a bit of theatre, and now that is like theatre on theatre. And
Raven has been here since the reign of Charlemagne, but we only became a theatre company after Danton was guillotined.
5 insolent months of nights, waiting for you to humble us with your appearance.
The Americans are here!
I feel like that's quite a European versus American thing, though. It's like, you're supposed to come say hello to us. Like,
Where's the etiquette?
where's the fucking etiquette? Just because we eat people doesn't mean we don't have manners.
The Théâtre des Vampires. English.
Father is an asshole.
Lending us
You were amazing.
I was, wasn't I? Love the dress.
Oh, thank you.
Gay.
I don't really need
Do you both have the same maker?
We did.
His name was Bruce.
Bruce.
I think she's seen a picture of Lestat on the wall.
Well,
Lestat was from...
Lestat was French,
Yeah.
so...
Ooh.
Also, we don't know about, in this universe that Anne Rice has written, we don't know the code etiquettes on
Oh, hang on.
murdering vampires. I know that's very Twilight, but obviously, like, in Twilight, and I'm not trying to compare this
You're
to
making
it.
a parallel?
No, I would never do that. But I'm just
gonna do
saying,
it.
I'm just saying, for example, in Twilight, they're like, you don't kill another vampire, otherwise you get killed. So we don't know if that kind of rule applies. So you wouldn't want to be like, oh yes, it was Lestat, the guy you know from Paris. Yeah, we fucked him over.
Yes.
Like-
But who is the only other vampire that we know of who can levitate so far?
Lestat.
Lestat,
Oh, and
that actor, and Arnold. So I'm wondering if there's some connection there. Like who's made whom, and do they all have the same thing, and like did they learn it off one another?
oh, you'd be so selective if you knew which vampires had what powers.
Who's that handsome man on the wall up there?
Ah, with us in spirit.
Oh my god, you are so right.
And the finest actor ever to walk our stage. Lestat de Lioncourt.
Gooped and gagged. Oh
There he
shit!
is.
Should have seen that coming. Did not see that coming. He had eloped with his enemy's widow. It's a telenovela.
It is a telenovela.
The wall. Are you kidding me?
He was briefly with Lestat.
You both fucked Lestat.
100+ years apart.
They were not compatible.
He takes
What?
the annihilation.
You shared a boyfriend. This is great.
I fucked Santiago too.
It's like a
Like a shag man.
it's like a shag.
I do feel quite like, I think it's very like maybe Armand and Louis are meant to be, because like if they both were with Lestat.
They both came. What?
I think everyone came according to that. If they both were with Lestat, and obviously at some point he's then told Armand what happened when he was with Lestat, and then Armand would have been like, "Oh, this is what I know." Like, I guess they share a
he do the
commonality, and maybe
levitate? Yeah, he did the
yeah.
levitating.
Did he do you up against the ceiling? Yeah, girl. That's such gays. That is gays sleeping with gays. And he said something
great
quite there.
review.
He was like, in our community, it is common to bump into people more often than it is
Bump into.
to humans. And that again is quite not even just a gay thing, but it is a gay bed thing, but it is a queer thing. It's like you are more common, there's less of us around, so you're more likely to, you know,
Especially in a theatre troupe.
especially a theatre tell him true.
We were separated by the war, Mr. Leoncourt and myself. I had some work in Europe. I had lost my American passport doing that work. I'm not here for money. I'm here to know if you've heard from him.
I know who you are, monsieur. And I know what you meant to our cherished client, Monsieur de Leoncourt.
So he's either dead or he's switched banking.
Seeing as you are now here in Paris, and the fact that he has made no withdrawal from his account, between us, it is confirmation enough for me to pass this box to you.
Ooh.
What?
He had a will.
In the event that you are reading this, something dreadful has occurred. Do not waste your life seeking revenge on the person or persons who did this. Know only this, mon cher. You are the only being I trust. And whom I love.
Yeah, he was a dick though, wasn't he?
Fuck. Do we think we're actually going to see him this
Or,
season?
I'll tell you what, he can write a fucking letter.
I'm sold.
Do you think he's alive?
Well, we know he's alive.
Well, do we though?
Yes, we saw the hand come out the coffin grabbing the rat.
Was that the end of season 1?
Yes.
What a comfort, your ability to continue getting humour from his pain.
Hitting the garage door, Louis. All the crap. Have at it.
You worked so hard to get that table right in the corner. And what did she say when you finally asked her to marry you?
What the fuck was that?
What?
In middle school, you stole your dad's Playboy magazines, sold them at recess.
Danny?
Can Armand, like,
What the fuck was that?
fully get into someone's mind? Oh no, that changes things.
What was that?
Because if he can do that, if he can,
He can
get...
change
he
people's
can
memories and all sorts. Ooh.
We follow the leader. A slithering creature with multiple heads, rounding roundabouts with ravenous intent.
Put your camera away, my American friend. Be one with us.
Where are you taking us?
As far as our petrol will take us.
Oui, mais vous avez pas la permission, non? Santiago?
Il ne faut pas d'autorisation. Elle est à nous, la propriété.
14 million.
Enjoy yourselves.
Wow.
I feast human every other night. It's my way. You're not gonna win.
A balanced diet.
I am now where I most want to be.
Oh, this is surreal to watch.
You carry yourself well.
Merci. I like how you withhold.
I can't focus on the flirting, which I'm loving.
With the screaming.
With
in
the
back.
screaming in the background.
Tricky.
What's that?
Us.
This show does like juxtaposition.
It really
well.
does.
Yeah.
Blocking her thoughts. You must work harder on that.
That man didn't have a head.
Because I do believe I felt some trepidation when the name Lestat was uttered.
I knew he fucking knew.
Who?
Policy.
I don't know
Told
the
you.
particulars of your acquaintance with him. You can tell me when you're ready. But a few of the coven can be volatile and quite unforgiving.
Is it already a little bit?
Controlling,
Yeah.
like Lestat.
Yeah.
Caught a lively one for tomorrow's show.
Pip's a savage.
Oh, Louis, I see it now. It's different here. I love it. I never want to hunt alone again. I never want to leave.
Oh my
Sorry, you're still
God.
feeling from the
I just...
from the chaos of that scene.
There's just so much to process there, and I can't.
So Armand is probably bad.
Armand
having a
is
great
giving,
time.
yeah, manipulative, like, wants to help. Yes, I'll train you in your skills, but is showing similar behavioral patterns
I'm seeing some red
to
flags.
Lestat. Yeah, yeah. When we were like, oh, red flag with Lestat in the beginning of season 1, we were doing, oh, red flag. This is going to
is a
start
red
again. This is a red flag. Like, the chaos,
I love it.
the head. The head.
Yeah, that was a bit unnecessary.
And Claudia, I tell you what,
Still going.
I think what's going to happen there is she's going to get too out of control with her
You think she's gonna get
comfort.
killed?
I think she's experiencing this. This is, I want everything. I love this is me being, and it's going to get to it's going to go too far. And
maybe she's going to reveal the coven by accident.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like,
yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
When they say it's good to arrive at a house party late for an entrance, it don't mean fucking kill everything that moves in it. But Armand's power. Like, how do we not know that the only reason that they're together now is because of whatever fucking power he can do?
I don't know what that is yet.
Oh, that was a bit much, but I'm here for it, okay?
Well, hopefully you enjoyed.
Yeah, hopefully.
You weren't too disturbed.
Yeah.
No spoilers in the comments, but do let us know what you thought of that episode.
Yeah.
All that. And yeah, stick around for the rest of the season coming soon.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey everyone, if you liked that video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and check out all of our other playlists and videos.
And if that wasn't enough and you want to get more involved, check out our website at aswtcommunity.com, where you can find our Patreon, blogs, Discord, merchandise, and much more.
Yes, now do gay shit!